Welcome to the Pathways to Surrender podcast. I'm Michael Warmoth, and thank you for joining us for this guided meditation. Let's take a moment now to just get settled in, get comfortable and relaxed. Maybe close our eyes and take some breaths and just listen to the music before the meditation starts. An essential part of waking up and becoming conscious is paying attention to what we are paying attention to. We must be conscious of what we are choosing to let fill our conscious awareness. And we must begin to choose consciously to devote our attention to knowing the truth. Become present, to change our state so that we become more conscious of the experience of being here right now. We can observe what we are filling our attention with, so that we begin to understand how we distract ourselves, how we are telling ourselves stories that are not relevant to the truth. As part of our conditioning and our history, we have developed ideas about ourselves that are actually just ideas. They are not the truth. We hold judgments. We list failures. We have an identity put together over many years that we think defines who we are. But it is, again, just an idea. As we wake up and become conscious, we begin to be able to discern the difference between filling our awareness with all the ideas and beliefs and concepts of the dissociated mind of the ego, and between the experience of being present and beginning to allow our awareness to be filled with a completely different experience. When we learn to focus our minds on the present, to just devote ourselves to paying attention to what we can actually feel as real right now, it doesn't take long before we enter a different state. But we must be aware that there is a transitional process moving from dissociation to presence is a significant energetic change. It is the process of letting go, of ending all effort to make something happen. And it is a process which almost always generates some fear, moving from being in control to letting go of control is bound to generate fear. When we are in a state of control, we feel that is what is necessary for our safety and security and happiness. But the truth is, it is not bringing us any happiness. And in fact, it probably isn't bringing us any safety or security either. So we have to trust in what we know is the real truth. We have to remember The fear is an old habit, a relic from the past. It actually is not a power. It is not related to the truth. It is just a habit. Fear dissolves in the light of truth. And when we bring that light into our awareness, when we proclaim what is actually true in the face of that fear, the fear eventually dissolves as we continue to devote our minds to only what is real. If we can hold our mind on the truth for even an instant, the fear is dissolved instantly. Once we get that, we begin to experience the presence and power of the moment. And we can see there is nothing to fear. There's nothing to lose. There's nothing to fix. That we can just be here right now as fully present as possible. We will experience the grace that is the ever-present truth of every moment. And so, let us remember the truth, the reality of this moment, which is that there is only the one consciousness, the one mind. That one consciousness is the creative source of all. It is all there is. There is nothing separate. There is nothing else. We believe we are individuals and separate. That is just a creation of our own mind. That one creative power is a divine and loving creator. And we can experience and know our oneness with that consciousness. We have the ability to experience experience ourselves as one inseparable expression of that infinite intelligence. And when we allow ourselves to know that, then we know the truth of ourselves. Then we know the peace of knowing exactly who and what we are. That knowing is within each of us already. There is nothing we have to do to realize it, except make ourselves available. We have the ability to choose to fill our awareness with other than the truth. We can distract ourselves endlessly, but the truth remains absolute and universal. What we create in our minds has no reality. Nothing changes the truth. And that is known within us. We actually know when we deny the truth. But we don't let that into our conscious awareness. We continue to distract ourselves. There is no judgment about that. It is not wrong or bad. Our journey is a difficult one. There have been generations of conditioning, trauma, of belief systems that have been reinforced. Our decision to seek the truth is a powerful choice. Not the easiest choice. So we must be understanding and forgiving, compassionate. For there are many rivers to cross and mountains to climb. We may not have realized how much effort we have put in to distracting ourselves from the truth, and how much fear we would have about allowing our authentic selves to come to the surface, to be expressed and to be seen. We may admire athletes and artists who achieve extreme feats. There is nothing more challenging than coming fully back to ourselves. There is no greater journey. So we must learn to let ourselves be, to come to peace with ourselves and our journey, to come to acceptance of the truth that there is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with us. We may hold some wrong ideas, but they are just ideas. They do not change the truth. Nothing can change the truth. And it is real and alive within each one of us, always. It is always all there is. The only thing there is. Allow yourself to take comfort in knowing that the truth is alive within you, that nothing can change that. There is peace in that. Thank you for listening. If you would like more information on these meditations and teachings, you can visit pathwaystosurrender.com. You might be interested in our other podcast, Pathways to Wholeness. These are episodes of meditative teachings designed to help us move to the next step in our journey, letting go and learning to surrender, overcoming resistance. That's Pathways to Wholeness. Look for the next episode soon.